Good afternoon, everyone. Whether you are actually out in the US or somewhere in Africa, or whether you are with us in the Far East, welcome to another edition of Broken Not Shattered. Today is January the 15th, 2023, and we have a very interesting show with my co host and I, who is back from sabbatical. So we'll see you after the countdown. Welcome back, everyone, to Broken Not Shattered. It's your boy, Ike Webily, your host for tonight. And believe it or not, back from sabbatical, my prodigal son, Mr. Obi himself. What's up, buddy? How's it going, man?
It's been a nice one.
It's
always good to be back home.
Relaxed and refreshed.
I needed it, honestly.
That's good. No, that's good. That's good. I completely understand uh the need for every now and then for us to just take out time and sit back and just relax and just rejuvenate, just get yourself back, get your juice back, your flow back in again. Every now and then just shut down and just chill. I tell folks all the time, you got to be very conscious of your self-care. You're running around caring for children, caring for your employers, or caring for your employees or your church. And so what we do, we're running up and down, and then we neglect ourselves. Well, the thing is, if there's no you, Obi, then those things can't be done. So you got to make sure that you have self-care, your mental, your physical, your spiritual, and even your emotional part of you. All those things have to really come into place for you just to be able to be on 100% if you can and do what God has called you to do. So welcome back, my brother. Nice to see
Thank you. I quite agree with you. Well, one thing I was trying to figure out while I was on vacation is how you manage to do this to appear younger every day.
It's just grace. No, so come on, man. You make me blush on live TV. You watching here. Seriously speaking, it's just
good.
It's truly the grace of God. It's truly the grace of God. I can't take it for granted. Sure. I asked myself a couple of questions because I asked myself questions. I don't know. All of a sudden, Obi, I'm asking myself questions more and more, right? About my personal life, my space, my energy, and everything, right? So one of the popular questions I always ask myself is, what are the things you value the most, right? And when I was younger, my values have changed, as I get older. And one of the top three things I value right now is one, in no particular order, my family, right? My family. And when I say family, I'm not just talking about myself and my kids. I'm talking about my nuclear family, right? And then my external family, right? And then those that God have put in my life for such a time as this. They are my family. Yeah. Sure. They might not bear my last name, they might not have my DNA, but they might even be closer than some people who might have my DNA. And so I call them my family. Just like you, my brother. You're my brother from another mother. I can call upon you anytime and vice versa, right? And so this is the people that I call my family. So I value them. I value that a lot. I value time. Time. Time is something that I've come to value so much. My time is so precious. I can't allow you to waste my time. I
Mm.
just can't. I can't waste my own time, and I can't allow anybody else to waste my time. Right? If you tell me you're gonna come or you're gonna be somewhere, you better show up. Before I could let it slide today, that's it, done. Once I give you that opportunity and you don't have a genuine reason, it's all over. I'll just place you, take you down the ladder and just put you somewhere else. So my time is very, very valuable to me. My time with
Yes.
God, spending time in the presence of the Lord, spending time with my children, just talking to them on the phone when I can, spending time with my siblings, spending time with my friends, spending time just relaxing, doing nothing. I come back from work sometimes and I don't want to talk to anyone on the phone. Even if I'm talking to you and I walk into the house, I'll say, hey, I'm home now. Boom. I gotta unwind. I gotta relax. I might just catch up some news. I might catch up. Sometimes I wouldn't even touch TV. I'll just leave it alone. Right? No TV, nothing. Just relaxing and just chill. And that's the third thing that I've come to value is health.
Mm.
Health. Health. I have seen so many people who I thought were in a great space. Um, but when you come to talk to them, they're struggling. And when I talk about health, again, it is not only my physical health, right? I'm talking about my mental health, right? My mental well-being, right?
I agree with
Uh,
you.
my emotional health, right? How do I
Yeah.
feel emotionally about things? Is this a pressure? Does that person bring joy? Do they bring stress or strain? Is it a positive energy, a negative energy? All those things I have really come to value my health, my well-being, because I've seen a lot of guys who, as long as I'm concerned, have done extremely well in their professional lives, but they don't have um, that they don't have a healthy life. Even how you do business, is it healthy enough? Are you in a very healthy place? And so as long as I'm in a healthy place, bro, your boy is good, really. And those are the things. And one of the things that you can find in a very healthy place for those who are listening is peace. There is nothing as important in anyone's life than peace.
Mm.
Once you have peace, scripture says to you, peace I give to you, not as the world has it. This
Mm.
peace I give to you, nobody can take it away. Let nobody or nothing take away your peace. If something or someone is about to steal your peace, they gotta go.
Mm.
They have to go. And that is where I am in life. And ever since I've got rid of some negative energy around me and I've found that peace, that's why your boy's looking younger, bro. That's why I'm looking young.
I like that. I feel so inspired by that. Somehow, would I say coincidentally, the three things you said fell into my own um, area of value as well. But I think I have more than three, but I would say the
Go
top
ahead.
three.
Yeah, sure. You're younger. You better have more than three.
And I quite agree. No, and I quite agree with you when you talked about family first, because which was what was on my mind. In fact, it was the first thing that's my mind. Yesterday, I was talking to my wife about it. I remembered some of the things my father told me before he died, and I was also looking at time and then incidents. That so much bothered me. It looks like situations have not really given me the opportunity and the time to look holistically in that direction. Now, by the virtue of being the fourth son and the family, and your dad is late. Before he died, he said, in fact, I went to him to seek advice on how to manage my new home. And he said to me, "You're good to go." And then he added to it that, "See, you're good to go, and I expect you to take care of this family when I'm no more."
Wow.
And that was the last time I ever spoke with him. When he was on the sick bed, I never had the opportunity to talk with him. I didn't see him again. In fact, that was our last conversation. Two things he said
Wow.
to me. He said, "Make sure you are constantly visiting home to know what is happening in your kindred and make sure you carry a younger brother along. That's one. And so, as he talked about family, and I discovered that the family is not just my immediate family, my wife and my child, all that are connected to me, the two extended families, and those members that God somehow has, brought into your space, to become family, just the same way you say. And so I've been wrapping my head around it, for some days. And yesterday I had to open up to have a little discussion with my wife about it. And I said to her, see, if you're not in this with me, there is no how I can achieve it. So I had to bring it into it. So that's one thing about family. I want to say I agree with you on that. And again, health. When you talked about health, aside the negative energies that affects our peace, which is key, I also try to pay attention to what we eat, because what we eat is one of the serious things that decides our health. And I'm gradually paying attention to it over time. Now I've been trying to consult dietitians who can at least help me, eat fine and know what to eat, what not to eat, discover those things that are not good for my system and try to avoid them at all costs. And then the last, which I'm thinking should either come to the second or the first, is productivity. I place so much value on productivity because one of the things that creates relevance.
What do you mean by that, though? What do you mean by productivity? What does that mean?
And that's where I'm going to.
Okay, go ahead.
One of the things that creates relevance is how productive we are. That we are solution providers is that we, on the other hand, being productive. Are you getting what I'm trying to say?
Right.
Now I can't offer. You're being productive if you have something to offer. You can't even mentor if you are not productive.
Correct.
Now, I mean productive in those areas, either you have interest or God has called you to be. And so of late, I try to look inward to see what plans can I create for myself to make sure that there is consistent movement upward in productivity, to make sure I increase the level of my productivity in ministry, career, and every other area that I found myself. How am I being consistent in being productive in those areas? So I don't need to drop the balls. How do I make sure that I continue to uphold excellency in those areas that I am called to handle? I think for now, this is the very key point of value for me.
Wow, that's interesting, man. I bet you if I ask that question to our audience, people are gonna either say something along those same lines where you and I just came up with, or they might have something totally different to say. Feel free to drop a line. Let us know what you think are the areas where you value the most and the things that you value the most. It could be a car, it could be your hairdo for someone out there. I don't know. It could be the next Botox you want to get or Botox you want to get. Who knows? Or your lipo, or it could be anything else out there. Or you actually could be, it could actually be cash, your business growing, or your child becoming more responsible. There are different things people know. We're not here to judge. So just if you want to throw us, feel free to send out some stuff, and we'll just take it from there. However, we're open to hear what you have to say. Go ahead, Obi.
Yeah, and I think I skipped something I wanted to say. So why this question is important to me is this is my 40th year. And there are two things that is said about 40. Either life begins. Either life begins at 40 or a fool at 40. I want to make sure that
your life begins at
40. I have what I'm beginning on that is very clear.
I just had someone pop in from the UK, I believe. It says family health.
Spirituality. Very, very important. Right, I agree with that.
That's good. That's good. Yeah. All right. Spirituality. I guess that's I guess today when people talk about spirituality, it's not just spiritual in the sense of Christendom. Spirituality for someone else could mean just you aligning yourself with your spirit and your higher being. So, whoever is listening, I believe that this particular member of the audience said family health and spirituality. Okay, Obi, I have one more for you before. Okay, you know what? Let's go on a break and then quickly come back because
No,
I have one, I have one for you.
no problem.
It's a full of full of flip. All right, welcome back to Broken Not Shattered. This is your host, Ike Beverly, with my co-host, Obi, who's based in Lagos, Nigeria. Obi, man, so I got this call, right?
Okay.
And randomly, the person who was on the other line is someone I respect a lot. I have a lot of respect for them. Um, in some ways, very influential in my life. And they just picked up the phone. So immediately I picked up the phone, they hailed me, right? They said, "Hey," right? So I said, so I remain loyal, kind of thing, right? So they ask me a question: would you do it again?
Hmm.
I said, sorry. They said, would you do it again? And they didn't say what the it was, right? So my head is now running like, why is this person calling and asking me, will you do it again? What do you think they were asking about?
Honestly, I don't know.
Which is what that's a safe place to be. So guess what? What do you think my answer was?
What was it?
No. He said to me, would you do it again, Ike? Would you do it again? And I said, huh? They said, would you do it again? Just say yes or no. I'm like, man, that's a very dodgy question. But I listened to my inner voice and I said, yes, I'll do it again. And at that point in time, I thought about everything that I had done wrong and everything that I had done right that I can think of. Right. And I said to myself, man, dude, you know you're imperfect. Don't even go there. Don't even
Mm,
try. Don't even
mm,
try to say you
mm,
would not do it again because your
mm,
imperfection, you are
mm,
going to do it again or somehow.
mm, mm.
And I said, yes, I'll do it again. They said, then check your bank account. Oh, see a lot. I cannot say online what happened. I just said, what? He said, check your bank account. I went in, see alerts. See alerts. The kind of alert you say, you start just speaking, is alerts. What was it? The person was watching an old program that we had
Mm,
and had seen something I had said about spending some money on something, blessing someone.
mm.
And once I said that, right, something clicked on.
God.
So they felt the need to sow into my life because they knew that I'll do it again. It was Russian roulette. I had to make
Mm.
sure that. So Obi,
Ask me if I will do it again. I promise I'll do it again. Over and over and over.
wait,
I promise you.
wait,
I'm doing it right now. I'm doing it right now.
wait, dude,
Over
listen,
and
wait. See, you're missing the thing. See what hunger does to a man. You're not even possible. Remember, remember, the person had something in mind
mm,
before they asked that question. Something in mind about me before they asked that question. It could have been anything else. It could have been anything else, right? And I know my audience would have been thinking, oh, I know what it is, I know what it is, right? So in your case, right, I have to have something in mind. So be very careful what you answer.
Problem.
Exactly. So don't be in a hurry to say what it is.
But
But
then,
yes,
sorry, I'm cutting you short.
yeah, go ahead.
Knowing what you passed through when that question came for you, right? And I know that if you understand how heavy the psychological effect, the mental trauma you had within that few seconds,
And
you
the
will,
sweat. And the
and
sweat.
the sweat,
Don't know
yes.
who called me.
So you will not want me to pass through such
Oh
sweat
no, no, you
again.
will pass through it.
Now,
And you will pass through it. The difference between mine and yours, mine was private. Yours is about to come public. So if you want me to ask the question, I will go ahead and ask the question. But trust me, I have something. I can even write what I have in mind down before I ask you the question. So when I write it down, I'll flip it over and show our audience this is exactly what I had in mind. So nobody thinks, oh, so I'm not making this up. So if you say yes, please ask me.
is that right? Is that right?
Uh,
I'm good.
you're good.
I'm good.
Oh, oh.
Actually,
See
it
your
turned
eye.
out good.
Yeah, your eye was shining. You think it's allowed? Oh my god. Oh man. That's what I love about this program, man. It can go in any direction and everything. Broken, not shattered. I have been asking God, what do you really want to do with this platform? And all I can just do is stay consistent, stay consistent, because I know something is going to change very soon. Something's going to change. I have to sit down, stay quiet, and find out. Okay, we have all this content we put up on our YouTube and Facebook channels. What do you want us to do with it? So ideas are coming gradually, but I want to make sure they're not just my ideas; they're God's ideas, right? So I'm expectant, pretty much, looking forward to what's about to happen in our lives and on this platform. But there is someone who's watching right now. I don't know where you are. I just
Yeah.
have this leading in my spirit to speak to you. Um, do not give up. Do not give up. The topic today is: would you do it again? Ask yourself the question. There are certain things that you've gone through in life that have been traumatic for you. There's some things you've gone through in life that were tough, but you were able to overcome, and you might be able to face them again. The question again is: would you do it again? Would you take that step of faith one more time, trusting God and believing that He will meet you at your point of need? Would you trust enough to say, you know what? I was I had it good before, but guess what? My future is much, much greater than
Yeah.
my past. So if I had it good before, that means the plans and the purpose of God has for me are greater than what I've seen in the past, because eyes have not seen, ears have not heard what the Lord is about to do in your life. You are watching me right now. I don't know what part of the world you are, where you are in the universe. It doesn't really matter to me. You know yourself as I'm speaking to you right now. Do not give up. Do not give in. You just have to stay focused, get up from the ashes, rise up, trust God. And if you believe that this is what God has called you to do, try and do it again. Do it again, do it again, and do it again. And trust me, one day it will break. That pressure, it will break. Whatever it is it a business that you started and you don't seem to be kicking off well? I'm asking you to just keep on doing what you're doing, and you will have some kind of transformation taking place. No matter what happens to you, even if you feel broken, trust me, you are not shattered, because God has not finished with you yet. And I just want to let you know, on this platform, this day, this is right in the middle of January, you have not seen anything yet. Just keep on doing what you're doing and let the Lord lead you and guide you. And then another thing you should listen to is your inner voice. Make sure it is your inner voice, not your fear, not your trauma, not the voices of the universe that come from against you. Just listen to your inner voice. God has not given you that spirit of fear. He has given you power. He has given you love and the soundness of your mind. Like my pastor said this morning, it's a mentality thing. He has given you the mentality to succeed. Your gifts will make room for you. You know, you're watching me, and I'm watching you at the same time. And it's not Obi, because Obi, yeah, his gifts already made way for him. He's here with me.
He's already on the watch list.
Thank you. So I declare in the name of Jesus Christ, Amen. So if you're watching, just say big amen and run with it. Run with it. Run with it. Okay. Thanks, man. Oof. Okay. Sorry, bro. Go ahead.
So I believe you were just men. We're men coming from different, backgrounds of brokenness, and that we're laughing like this is not that we never had that moment, but it's just the joy of how we were able to pull through that moment. So when we remember it, we laugh, and we're laughing so that we can as well make you laugh.
That's
Because
right.
if we can, you too, you can.
That's
And
right.
that's just what me I have to say as regards that.
Awesome. Awesome.
Today I was thinking, there is this, in this part of the continent, and a country called Nigeria is celebrating their Armed Forces Day. And for a moment, I thought of those families. You
Um,
know,
I've
I,
lost loved
I
ones.
was listening to
Wow, you're
something,
breaking up.
and in one of the phrases was, not not that these men wanted to die, but they were willing to die.
Wow.
Now,
Say that again.
that
Say
we,
that again. Say that again.
not that not that these men wanted to die, but they were willing to die
Wow. Wow.
for a nation. And that nation is not a building. The nation is the individual person. The nation is you and I. So
That's
for
right.
you and I to walk out on the street and be saved, do our business and be saved, these men had to put their life on the line. Now they had to put their family on the line. Now they had to make their wife widows so you can have your business and
Wow.
have your security. And
Wow.
I'm looking at who knows the level of brokenness some of these homes, women and men could have been passing through. When you visit their hospitals, you might see people with amputated two legs or one arm, or people who probably might not have any repair again in life. And that was the price they paid. Some their
Wow. What?
wives became widows. That was
Wow.
just it, So and I'm trying to speak to them to say, irrespective of their brokenness, there is still hope. And I really want us to uphold people like that. It just came to my mind to speak to
Wow.
that.
So
And
we
again,
just
one other
we
thing,
want
I
to
know,
we want to
I
thank.
know
Hold
you
on.
were
Let's while you're still on that point, let's just thank all the veterans, those who have given their lives in any aspect of the armed forces and have sacrificed their lives for the country, Nigeria,
mm,
or even out here
mm,
in the United States or anywhere else in the
mm,
world where you had to
mm,
go to war to defend the democracy and the lives of your people. We applaud you. Your
mm,
lives will never be in vain. Yes, sometimes the countries that you serve never would never come back to take good care of you, which is quite a big shame. But just trust that we really and truly appreciate you. Go ahead, brother. Someone just wrote in the chat says, what I was saying earlier on is like childbirth. After you persevere and you go through
yeah,
that, you laugh after the pain, which is true. You can have a good
which is,
laugh
I
afterwards.
agree. I agree with that.
You have 2 more
Now,
minutes left. You want to say
yes,
something? Sorry.
fine, yes. And I believe you still ask what you wanted to ask. I know I've not forgotten, and you've not forgotten too. Um, so that's about that. There was something you said, and how that thing came up, and you were asked that question, and something prompted you to answer what you answered, not minding.
Mm.
I had a little discussion with a few friends today, and it bothered me so much. So because in that discussion, it looked as if I am lonely in my own space of thought, and I'm going to share with you. Now, sometimes we are called for a purpose, and then that purpose begins to yield something, and it gets to a point that it yields something so big that we now have the temptation to begin to care so much about the
That's it.
proceed
That's it. Mhm.
that we no longer speak as we used to. Now, our before we now speak, we now have our minds clouded with sentiment. Sentiment either I have supporters who have supported me over time, and this might take them away. And you're trying not to be offensive in presenting whatever you have for them. I tried to discuss that, but people try to bring in diplomacy and logic into it. But this is my thought, and I wanted to share it with you.
And you have 1 minute left to share that thought.
Exactly. Now, so in that 1 minute, I will say this: God, who has called us, has a plan for us, and He made a plan for those rewards to come. And if He had laid something in our hearts that will affect those rewards to go, then we'll have to say it and let the reward go if the Lord allows them to. But may we not be carried away with not trying to be offensive and miss that which we have given.
Wow.
Maybe at the back end, I will discuss a whole lot.
Wow, that's very deep, bro. Oh God, okay, that's deep.
So,
Like,
I'll give you an instance. I'll give you an instance.
what I don't want to
received
do is keep our audience
you
here long.
received this call. Sorry, please. You received this call, right? You received the call that asked you that question. You never knew what the person was all about.
Right.
And you didn't know what you did that prompted the person to do that. So
Right.
tomorrow, will you be scared of, oh, I wouldn't want to offend this person? You didn't
No.
bring him. God
No.
did.
Right. Right. All right. I get where you're going to. I get where you're going to. I'm trying to be mindful of the time so we can stick to the time. You know, I keep on looking at this wristwatch. Actually, someone bought me this wristwatch. It's a nice Hugo Boss watch that someone gave me as a gift. Whoever you
Somebody
want,
gave
thank
you
you.
this
God
one
bless.
too.
Yes,
Yes, back. I remember that day the person brought out a box of watches and he said, "Young man, select from here." And I've been wearing it. Nobody can take it away from me.
Amen.
Select from these
I'm,
boxes.
I'm, Amen. So next time they ask me, will you do it again? I'll say yes. You never
Yes,
know.
yes.
Obi, man,
Please,
it's been
please,
a
please,
joy.
I'm waiting for that
It's been
question.
a,
I'm
Obi,
waiting for that question. I'm waiting for that question.
Obi, it's been a joy and it's been a pleasure just
Wow.
having this evening with you. To all our audience, wherever you are, thank you for
Yeah.
all your support. Please do us a favor. Click on our YouTube page, share with your friends and family. That's how we'll continue to build up a lot of people. Numbers and momentum so people can come back. A lot of people go back and watch it afterwards, but while we're on here, please just click, check, and do anything. Subscribe if you have to. Tell your friends and family all to subscribe to us. The more people we get, YouTube will take us serious and begin to help us. Obi, our famous 3 words before I let you go is love, peace, and more grace. Obi, would you do it again?
I'll do it again, again and again.
This is the question, Obi.
I can't see. I can't see. I can't see it. It's not clear. Join. Oh my goodness.